everyone, welcome back again. Nice to see you all, if you know what I mean. Thanks so much to everyone that uploaded photos last week. Absolutely brilliant. It's great to feel and also see this kind of engagement with people taking part and taking photos and uploading them. I hope you all were able to do that. I know a few people had issues, so we'll try and iron that out kind of as we go along. This week I'm going to review the images. I made a little folder, just a little gallery, and I thought it'd be nice to drop in kind of a handful of images and then I can talk through them. So we're doing that in this first section. Then at the end of this video I will set the task for this coming week. I'll also show you some images, some examples that I've taken for the brief at the end of this, and then if you want to learn how to set up a Flickr account and upload all the images to the group, you can do that by watching the lesson 1, the first video. To view this week's gallery, if you go into the Creative Remedies group on Flickr, and you'll see their photo pool, so there are all the images, discussions, group members. What you want to do is go into discussions. So this was capturing at life, this was week 1. Hi everyone, blah, 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 that's me. Some other people were kind of posting up bits here, which is great, so everyone can kind of comment on that thread as well. And then what I'll do again is I'll set a new discussion up for this week, which is called A Room with a View. And I'll do another album gallery, that you'll be able to go through and click. So this gallery I will reference today when we're kind of just going through these images. So it's got everyone's here that I've picked that I wanted to talk through. It's so hard picking images to go in this. I could have just referenced everyone in that folder, but this is just to give a snapshot and an idea of how we'll review these sessions over the next few weeks. So capturing life at home was absolutely fantastic. Loads of people uploaded images. Really nice work. It's really interesting to see, like with any task when we set this each week, it's so interesting to see how people interpret that. And that's the beauty of anything kind of creatively based, is that subjectivity and how people interpret these kind of briefs. So the idea initially was just, what was it like being at home? Can you document that? Can you visually take images to represent how you're feeling, what you're doing? And they've come out really, really well. And I mean, you can just see here just an overview of these, all very different. And so we're going to jump straight in. This one is by Steph. Really do like this image a lot. It is blinds, as you can see, so it looks like it's shooting up through, but as you'll all know, those that come to photography on a Friday, I love abstract photography and anything to do with lines and shadow. And what I love about this image, the lines, fantastic. The light, again, hasn't kind of burnt the image out. You've still got a nice contrast here. But I love that kind of, this idea of kind of being shut in. It maybe invokes that thing of not really knowing and not being able to see the bigger picture, which I think really works very nicely. Next up, John Allen. Again, love this because it's abstract, and I love this kind of reflection. So looking through and how very kind of poignant that it's time that we're seeing a reflection through a clock face out into a doorway that's also looking out. Really love that. The monochrome works really well because of the contrast that it adds here. I think it's a really lovely picture. We'll jump back. Tash, lovely. Hang on in there, it's called. And what better way that we're all spending time inside, and that kind of connection and relationship that we have with pets, the unrequited love that we have between our pets. And this is a really, really nice shot. we're in this together. Hang on in there. Really, really nice. Catherine. Again, I love the poignancy of this. Empty lines, very kind of symbolic of where we're at the minute. This time of year, you kind of expect to be seeing washing outside. So again, that kind of where's everything gone? Where's that sense of kind of life gone? I know it's quite bleak, but I really get a sense of that from this. Really, really nice. Again, shooting through into the grey, that contrast is really nice. How well that kind of stands out here. Back. John, again. Because I know John, I know how much he loves his motorbikes, and there is, again, that sense of... Is this a sense of that longing of missing that kind of freedom and what that kind of symbolises with being able to be out on the motorbike? And is that the sense of that the bike is almost looking out as well? Again, lovely shot. You've got the daylight coming through, so you've captured that foreground contrast really well. Isolation, Steph, well, indeed. Again, this is the emotion that I asked people to capture, so it's fantastic. You know, I love this. 2/3 again with this sun trying to kind of get through, and almost is it trying to kind of get over the wall and get to you, and vice versa? Are you trying to get out? Works so well in black and white, and this the detail here is just beautiful. The way it's set back on the contrast of the sky. Really, really nice image. Same with this again, Catherine. Believe. I get this feeling that there's, this sense of hope and optimism, and that you've got to have belief that things will kind of get better. And I love this leading, is it leading into that kind of future tense, maybe, and the light kind of coming through here. Again, kind of reaching out to that. Really nice. Fantastic lines as well that lead kind of to this vanishing point all the way up over here. Again, that we can't see, but very symbolic. Really nice image. Steph, I love this one as well. Influenced a photo that I took earlier in the week that I'm going to be showing you for this next task as well. Playing with the framing and the composition. Your detail down here, but kind of look at all this space. A really nice technique, but really nice. And look at that contrast on there. Absolutely fantastic. Really nice. I haven't done this with the others, but I don't know, this is on a phone, so we're not going to be able to see that. But quite interesting to see those that have taken pictures with their cameras, as John would have done here. Look, so here's his Canon. Yeah, good to see that. So if you're looking at replicating, I'm looking at taking a picture using the light that's coming in at the daylight. That's kind of you settings there. I like that. Good thing about Flickr. Where are we up? Steph. Again, I really like this. Is that a little bit of a reflection of Steph there? Outside looking in, really nice. Again, look the contrast and the lines and the light coming in. Just works really well for me, that. And obviously the view, a wall, there's nothing there. So that kind of isolated feeling of being able to look out, but there's nothing there to see, which again is quite symbolic. And lastly, Guy fired up loads of images at the start of this task. Fantastic to see that. Really got a sense of what it was like for Guy being inside and some of the things that is happening in his home. And I loved this. Again, this really nice kind of cut off divide. The sense that someone has been outside and now we're inside. Yeah, I really like that. This kind of the thirds thing going on, which everyone talks about in photography in terms of composition. The division of outside and then going in, the door open, really nice. And you can see everyone's images and more that they've taken through that. But now we will get on to this week's task. So this week's task is called Room with a View. The idea of this, again, is kind of leading from last week, but this is going to be street photography from your home. So I'm going to be encouraging you to take photographs through your windows at home, trying to capture some of that life, so trying to capture some of the things that are going on within your street. This might take a while to do, it might take you a couple of days, the weather's nice today at the minute, but see how that changes over the coming days. So I'm going to show you some examples of some of the stuff that I've taken of kind of, as it were, from my window. Again, pop them up onto the group. I'm going to do another discussion, and then towards the end of next week, I'll do another gallery and another review. So enjoy this. Put some messages on the thread, chat to people, comment on people's work. It's nice if you kind of keep this interaction going, and I'll keep checking in throughout the week. Until then, take care of yourselves and each other.